In this episode of our Etsy shop review series, we are taking a look at a shop with just 15 sales. So if you are a new Etsy seller, this is the episode for you. I'll also be talking about a little known Etsy trick to improve your SEO and traffic that was shared directly with me from Etsy themselves. Stick around. All right, today we look at the shop Printed for Love. On a scale of 1 to 10, they are at a 3 with how happy they are with their shop. They wanted us to know that they think their pictures could do a lot better. Also thinking some of the reviews are killing their sales, and they want us to look at the overall look of their listings and their shop first view. All right, so here we are on Printed for Love's main Etsy page. We got the cover image, crafted with love, inspired by you. That's nice, I can read it. I like the coloring of it. The blue and red looks nice, purpley too. Their logo, Printed for Love. The 4 is a little hard to read, maybe bold it. Looks like Printed Love with a little schmooch next to the L. 3D printed models, contact us for any requests. So I actually am thrilled to not see a 3D printer anywhere in this picture, either the logo or the cover image. People don't care that we 3D print the products. I see way too many designers and creators who are selling on Etsy have a 3D printer as their logo or 3D printers as their cover image. People don't care about that. They just want a good product. So you need to create a brand around your products, not a brand around how you make your products. The listing images themselves, I don't say anything super glaring. I know some might say, oh, they're not cohesive and they should all have the same similar vibe and feel to them. If you want to do that and go through the work of doing that, you can. I don't think it's necessary. I think the vast majority of sales that happen on Etsy, they search in the Etsy search bar, they find your listing of the thing they searched for, they click it, they view that listing, they either check out or they go back to the search. Very rarely do they end up on your page where they're scrolling through your listings, where it would matter if your listing pictures are all cohesive. So the fact that your listing pictures are not all the same look and feel and same lighting and same area, I don't think is a big deal. The last thing I look for on the main Etsy page is this, and it is turned off. So if you guys don't know, your sales history is on by default with Etsy, and it allows people to click that button and then they can actually go through and see everything you've sold. It's a great research tool for you. So if you're not using that, use it, and you can see what's popular on different shops so that you can create your own unique items based off of what's popular. But we don't want to give away our own secrets, so make sure you guys have it turned off for yourselves in your Etsy shop. One thing Printed for Love wanted me to look at was his listing pictures, and I know we touched on just the thumbnails and the cohesiveness of that already, but let's actually just grab one listing and just take a little bit closer on the actual pictures they have. So I'm going to grab this 3D printed dragon head controller holder. Let's open that up. We can see here he's in some sort of photo box. I can see the edge of it here. If we keep going through, so it's a video. Videos are great. Etsy says that they increase your conversion rate. So if you're not doing videos, I would do videos. And then we have 3 heads, again in some sort of photo booth thingy. Another 3 heads, another 3 heads. I'm assuming these are the colors? No, because the white is multiple times, the green's multiple times. Maybe angles of the heads is what we're looking at here. Here it is in the controller. All right, so this is your best picture. This is your best picture, hands down. And this isn't even a fantastic picture because you can't really tell that it's a dragon head because you can't see the side profile, which is the profile you want to see. So we got this next one. If it loads, okay, the head, that's fine. And then the colors you offer, but do you not offer the white? You have it in white. You do offer white, it's just not here, okay? All right, so this is your best picture, and I just did a whole video on a mistake I made when I was starting out. You can watch it here, and essentially it's just this. I changed all my listings to a stark white background because I was gonna be like Amazon, and I was gonna be like Best Buy, and I was going to have these professional looking photos. But what I didn't realize is that I'm not on Amazon, I'm not on Best Buy, I'm on Etsy, and we should lean into Etsy's mission of handcrafted, unique items. And you do that not by putting your pictures on a stark white background, you do it by putting them in the environment they're gonna be used. So these pictures with the white background, I would get rid of. Wherever this is, wherever you took this picture, this is the background I would use, and I would turn this picture a little bit so you see the mouth and you see the controller, and then all these pictures of the 3 heads, I would put them in a row and I would go straight on. The downward angle is not a flattering angle to the models themselves. I would turn it and look at it sideways. The other thing I'm noticing is they're hard to look at, like they're bright. So I don't know if you have a big light shining on them and the filament you used is a shiny filament, but it's hard to see the detail. It's all just kind of blending together with it being like bright. I just put in the Etsy search dragon head controller, and here we have some options. This is yours down here, so you are in the top 2 rows, which is great. But I would say if I was searching for this, I would click on this first one, or I'd click on this third one. And it's because you got the window, you got the sunlight coming in. This is a very inviting photo, which is probably why Etsy has it first. It's probably a high click-through rate. This is also an appealing photo because of the blurred plant in the background, very in line with the feel of Etsy. I also like that the one they show is a more matte finished dragon. You can see the detail in it a lot easier than I feel like you can see it on yours. So the fact that you're in row 2 is great, but I don't think many people are probably making it past the top 2 rows. The other thing I see is you're not competing on price. So you're at $55 for yours. They're at $39.99 or even $30. So, that's something to consider. Do you need to be making $50? Are you making too much, too little? Is that what you got to make? If that's what you need to make, that's what you need to make and stick with it. But if you can be more competitive, that could help you as well. All right, let's take a look at the review section. We wanted to look at that too. So we got 5-star, 5-star, 4-star, 5-star, 5-star, 1-star, 5-star, average of 4 stars. So 5 stars are great, 4 stars aren't bad either. Some people are just not going to give 5-star reviews, right? I've had so many reviews that have been great item, just as described, fast shipping, 4-star review, right? For whatever reason, they just cannot bring themselves to give a 5-star review because they think there's always room for improvement or whatever it is, right? So I don't get too bent out of shape with 4-star reviews. The 1-star reviews though, those we do get bent out of shape about, so let's take a look at that. Too long for too low and arrived way too late for Christmas, maybe with time and best effort with 3D prints, so sorry. And then you responded, shipment was returned to me due to not being able to be delivered. Second package arrived at 21st December. Sorry for the delay, I did what I could. All right, let's talk responding to Etsy reviews. For the most part, I don't do it. However, there is a time and a place to do it, and I would say you reached that time and place and it was appropriate the way you did it. Clearly, this was a shipment that got lost, it was returned to you, and more often than not, I've found when shipments are returned to me and they can't be delivered, it's because the buyer screwed up the address, right? Wasn't my fault, I send it where Etsy tells me to send it. If it can't get to you, it's really not my fault. You also sent out a secondary package and it got there by the 21st, and I'm sure you have the delivery tracking to prove that. So I think respond to this comment to let people know, hey, it didn't get there. I acknowledge that it was returned to me, but we sent a new one out. It got it there by the 21st. We did everything we could to make them happy. I feel like it's an appropriate response to a 1-star review like that. Now, the reviews I don't respond to are the ones where they're just unhappy. Product sucked, whatever. It's a losing battle to try to respond to those and be like, oh, why did you do that? What I do though, is I will message those people separately and ask them why they're unhappy and see if I can fix it and get the review up, because they can change it. But once you respond to the review, it can no longer be changed. So I always want to leave the opportunity for the buyer to update their review, and I try to make that happen by working behind the scenes and communicating with them. All right, the last thing we're going to look at is your keywords, your listing title, your description. So we are here on Erank. I'm going to look at the same listing we've been looking at, the 3D printed dragon head, and let's take a look at some of the details here. All right, so first thing we're going to look at is the title, 3D printed dragon head, controller holder, gaming decor, gaming organizer. So you can see here it's highlighted by Erank. That's the section that Etsy is looking at. So you want to front load your description with keywords. So I would remove the 3D printed. Like I said, people don't care that it's 3D printed. Very few people are searching for things with the specific term, I want it to be 3D printed. So I would remove that from the front. If you want to put it on the back of the title, that's fine. But I would, lead with Dragon Head, controller holder, gaming decor, try to get as many of those keywords front loaded as you can. Moving on to the keywords themselves. If you guys are not familiar with what Erank is the best tool I have found for analyzing listings, keywords, competition, trending, all that stuff. I've used all of them. Erank is the best. If you're interested in getting an account, they do have a free version. They also have a pro version. I'm on the pro version that you're seeing here. If you want to sign up for it though, we do have a link in our description below. So you're using all 13 of your keywords, which is great. You got a good sampling of keywords there. Obviously, we're looking for green in the first 3 columns and green in the 4th column. We want high searchers with low competition. All your words are multi-word, long-tail keywords, which are great. One thing I'm looking at here, I don't even see dragon anywhere in your keywords. So you are selling a dragon head controller holder. I don't see dragon. I don't see head. I don't see, oh, there's holder. So that's, some of these unknown ones, less than 20, like cloud dock cradle, maybe get rid of that one for dragon head. And we want as many green check marks as we can get over here. So this is telling you if this keyword is used in your title or used in your description. The more you use the same keywords all over your listing, in the title, in the description, in your keywords, it's said to have a better effect on your SEO. I don't know if Etsy has ever confirmed that, but it's good practice just to do it. It lets the algorithm know. It lets any sort of search engine that's scraping your listings like Google does, it lets them know this is clearly what this listing is about. So it's a good practice to do. So I would try to get as many of these in there. So that would mean like, gamer gifts. Get in your description somewhere like this makes an awesome Christmas gift for the gamer in your life, right? Start plugging that stuff in best you can. All right, Printing for Love, I think you have a very strong shot for only having 15 sales. Etsy listings are like lottery tickets. The more of them you have, the more likely you are to win the lottery. So if I have one piece of advice, it's just get more listings. Etsy follows the same 80-20 rule. Your shop will follow the same 80-20 rule that every business follows, and that's 20% of your listings will make up 80% of your revenue. So the more listings you get on there, the more likely you are to find that listing that makes up that 20%, and the more sales you'll get. My last tip of the day, fill out the alt image text. This was told to me directly from Etsy. It's a very little known trick for improving your SEO, but both Etsy and Google crawl your listings and they look at the alt image text and they use the language in there to promote your listings across their platform. Google also uses it to rank you in the Google search. So if you're not filling in the alt image text, start filling it in. What you don't want to do though is dump keywords in there. I was told specifically, just dumping it with keywords is not going to do you anything. Actually write out what the image is. Multicolored dragon head controller holder, something like that, right? Write what it is. It'll have an effect on your SEO. So if you're not doing that, make sure to do your alt image text. If you're interested in making money on Etsy, check out our video here and don't make the same mistake I did that I still regret to today. Until next time.